Everyone, back tuning into today's video. We're going to have a look at weather going out towards the end of May. Been a very serious deterioration in the charts. I talked about it yesterday. Northerly winds howling in from the Arctic, very cool temperatures, and a lot of showers as well coming up over the bank holiday weekend and out towards the end of the month. Really does look quite dreadful, to be honest, on the charts this morning. Certainly not what you would want for a bank holiday. Perhaps it won't be as bad as the charts looking today. There may be some improvement, but it certainly doesn't look as though it's going to be a particularly inspiring end to May. Now, for your video, I just want to mention advertisement. It's a video ad sitting just above my weather video here at gavsweathervids.com. Please play it. You'll be supporting gavsweathervids.com by doing that. So we'll start off with the GFS temperature ensembles for the upper atmosphere. This is at 850 HPA up in the upper atmosphere, 500 millibars. And we're a bit above average at the moment, actually. It's quite a warm air mass across the country at the moment. It feels a bit chilly under the gloom and with wind, but actually quite a humid sort of air mass. It's a funny feeling sort of day. And we're going to go a little bit more above average over the next few hours. Remember, the red line here is the average for the time of year. That's where the temperature should be at this time of year. So yeah, we're a bit above average just at the moment, but from around middle of week onwards, that's going to change. Temperatures are going to drop rapidly. Going to be a rapid temperature drop, actually. We're going from around 10 Celsius at 850 HPA right down to close to minus 5 Celsius at 850 HPA by the time we get through to around Thursday or Friday. So that's something like a 15-degree temperature drop, a very big temperature drop there, and it's quite unusual to see temperatures going that cold at the end of May, down to minus 5. Minus 5 at 850 millibars is really the minimum that we look to for snow in the winter. So if this was winter, we would be looking at that and thinking that there could be some snow showers coming down. Obviously, it's May, so the sun's stronger, everything's warmer. So away from high ground, it's unlikely that there'll be snow with temperature down to minus 5. But nevertheless, it's very unusual to see temperatures getting that cold in the upper atmosphere at this time of the year. Then the temperatures do come up a bit over the bank holiday weekend into the start of next week, but we're still a bit above average through that period, to be honest, and there's no sign of anything particularly warm coming up then as we go out into the end of the month and the start of June. Also, quite a few precipitation spikes there, just coinciding with the bank holiday weekend. So if that's right, we're looking at showers or longer spells of rain with these cool temperatures. So I say, not a particularly inspiring weekend coming up. Look at these temperature anomalies for Europe. This is for the next week, Monday the 20th of May to Monday the 27th of May. Look how cold it's going to be across central parts of Europe. We're seeing temperature anomalies there going down to something like 8 to 10 degrees below average for these central parts of Europe. It really is the sort of temperature anomalies that we were seeing back in March. We have that ferociously cold March. Now, we're not going to get a ferociously cold spell of weather at the end of May. Obviously, it's nearly summer. But in terms of an anomaly compared to the average, that is very, very cold there for parts of France into Germany, around the Alpine regions. I think there will be snow over the Alps, definitely, and over the Pyrenees as well. Very unusual to see temperature anomalies getting that cold. For us, temperatures are going to be below average, but not as bad as central parts of Europe. We're looking at temperature anomalies for the next week around 0 to minus 2 below average. So a little bit below average, but not as cold those anomalies as central Europe. And that's because we're starting off quite warm. Obviously, it is above average at the moment. So that skewers it a little bit. But for Central Europe, really cold temperature anomalies coming up in the next week. So this is the GFS chart for Thursday, the 23rd of May, and we've got this northerly wind screaming down across the country. If you follow the ice bars back, they're going right way back to the North Pole. So yes, a very cold northerly wind coming down there on Thursday. And for the temperatures in the upper atmosphere, there is the minus 5 ice firm coming down across the country. I said temperatures will get down to close to minus 5 at 850 millibars. There's the evidence of it with the minus 5 ice firm covering Scotland, Northern Northern England as well. If we look at the thickness in the atmosphere, the 528 line, again, this is something we look at in the winter for snow. That's covering many parts of the country as well. The 546 line, the green line here, is out of the country, it's down across France. Again, this is something that we look at in the summer to be the minimum requirement for warmish temperatures. When you're within that 546 line, it should be reasonably warm, not a heat wave, but it will be reasonably warm within that 546 line. But that's gone, that's down across France, and we bring 528 damp air down across the country. So that's pretty cold as well. So definitely some very cool temperatures coming up at the end of the week. Going to be quite a few showers as well. This is the precipitation chart for Thursday, the 23rd of May. A lot of precipitation there across the country. Showers or longer spells of rain. Very cool temperatures in single figures from northern England northwards. Just 10, 11, 12 across England and Wales being signalled. That might be a bit overdate. It might be a bit warmer than that if you get lucky and have quite a bit of sunshine. But if you're under the showers, of course, those temperatures will plummet. As we go out beyond that, it's staying and settling to be bank holiday weekend. There's the chart for Friday. Low pressure sitting in the North Sea, still bring down that northerly wind, so that'll be very showery across the country. And we maintain showers then, I think, as we go into the weekend. Things being a little bit more slacker, but really low pressure is in control of this pattern. And whilst we lose that very cold northerly, we did see on the GFS ensembles, temperatures will come up a little bit over the weekend. We're still below average over the weekend. Temperatures should come up a little bit from the end of the week. Low pressure is still really in control, producing showers or longer spells of rain. May bring another area of low pressure in off the North Sea for Scotland, so that's something to watch out for on Sunday. Scotland could turn very wet. Elsewhere we're probably looking at showers. As we go into Bank Holiday Monday itself, I think it's remaining cool and showery. Really with this, we've probably got to look a bit closer to the time for the detail on it, but certainly showery at the very least into the Bank Holiday weekend. As we go into the end of the month, beyond the Bank Holiday, we might start to ridge in high pressure. This is for Thursday the 30th of May, right at the end of May. Perhaps high pressure starting to ridge into the south, just settling things down, warming them up a little bit across England and Wales, but that's some time off. I think that might be a bit speculative. The GEM, the Canadian models, we've got the low pressure sitting in the North Sea. On Friday, that could be producing showers or longer spells of rain across those eastern coastal areas. Northerly winds bringing showers to other areas. That northerly wind is enough to be producing winteriness over the high ground of Scotland, most definitely. I think you will be seeing snow on the Scottish hills and mountains. Maybe a few flakes coming down to lower levels across Scotland. I certainly wouldn't rule it out with those sort of 850 temperatures. As we go into the weekend, well, it's remaining very cool and showery. Northerly winds still maintained there on Saturday. As we go through in towards Sunday, the low pressure is dominating to the east of the country, so we'll still be producing showers. And then beyond that, into Bank Holiday Monday, the GM model indicates that low pressure is going to start to move in from the Atlantic, producing showers or longer spells of rain, and that continues into the end of the month. Then it remains very unsettled. Low pressure coming through on Wednesday, producing showers, longer spells of rain, quite windy weather as well, will be very cool. We lose the northerly wind, so temperatures will come up a little bit, but it's very unsettled and quite cool, to be honest. And then as we go into the end of the month, Thursday the 30th, well, we're not reaching high pressure as strongly as we do on the GFS, but maybe indications that we might get a bit of a ridge forming to the south, but really that's still very unsettled. And finally, for the ECMWF, I've got to use MeteoSeal, website MeteoSeal, today for the ECMWF. You can find MeteoSeal on my links page. We're looking at the northerly wind coming down across the country on Thursday and into Friday, and then beyond that it remains very unsettled, low pressure dominated weather. Look at this as we go in towards Sunday. I've got an actual area of low pressure sitting there across the southeast that could be producing some very wet weather through Sunday. I'm not sure that's too reliable, but if it is, that could be very wet, very cool as well into the weekend. And then going out beyond that, the same sort of idea as the GFS, that we might try to ridge high pressure into the south, but this is still very unsettled with low pressure dominating to the north out to the end of the month. So the indications are that we're definitely going to get a northerly spell as we go through to the end of the month. It is going to get very cool. At the end of the week, I should say, it's going to get very cool Thursday, Friday. Northerly winds coming down from the Arctic. Really will know that. And then into the weekend, we'll lose the northerly winds somewhat, we'll moderate the temperatures, they'll lift up a bit. They're going to remain very unsettled with showers or longer spells around. I think certainly Saturday and Sunday. Monday might be a little bit better. Going to have to firm up on the detail of the bank holiday weekend, particularly for the 5-day forecast on Wednesday. But really, it's a pretty poor weekend, I think, coming up. Quite cool and showery. And we'll maintain, I think, that showery weather and cool weather out to the end of the month as well. So all in all, quite an inspiring sort of latter part of May. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.